to discuss. When it come to news, ain't no better than us. When it come to news, ain't no one you can trust. We got a lot to touch, so it's time to crush. We got a lot to discuss. When it come to news, ain't no better than us. When it come to news, ain't no one you can trust. We got a lot to touch, so it's time to crush. So it's time to crush.
Peace and blessings, and welcome back to Xbox Frontline News with your boy the King. And this is the weekend edition of videos. Now, you know right now that we're flying out to Gamescom, me and the Iron Lords podcast, and we're going to have a great time. So I want to give a shout out to you. I want to give a shout out to you, the members, for making this happen. I want to give a shout out to you, the subscribers, for making it happen. I want to give a shout out to you, the viewer. If this is your first time finding the channel, listen, I go live Monday through Friday, 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Monday through Friday, and you will love that stuff. And on the weekend, I drop videos. Now, today, this has been a long journey. And I have been watching this for a long time. Like, I absolutely love this individual. Now, maybe you don't know, maybe you do know, maybe it's something that is intrinsic to you. This is the lines where console warring becomes blurred. Are you for God of War, or are you for Gears of War? They're separated by a year, and one came out in March of 2005 and the other comes out in November of 2006. And in understanding how important both franchises are to their respective platforms, we dive deeper today in knowing that there's a common thread that links the two. And that common thread has a lot to do with the WWE. Or was it the WWF when Dave Bautista first showed up? I myself was a huge fan of the guy. And we're going to dive deep into him finally securing the deal that will have him as the face of one of these franchises, or is he the face of both? Has this man did something that no other individual has done? Linked both universes in one singularity, taking control over two iconic characters that only separates them a year apart. He has been chasing one only to end up with the other. But was he chasing the other only to end up with one? See, a lot of people don't realize that this story is deeper than you think. And today on Xbox Frontline News, we're going to get to that. Stick around as I bring up the articles and then we expound on it right after.
This is my kind of...
Dave Bautista is officially set to play Kratos in Amazon's God of War series, starting over from scratch. And this is brought to you by Will Harrigan, and this is the comic book news. Now, it's a done deal. Dave Bautista is Kratos, and Amazon is throwing out everything it filmed before him. Ryan Hurst was originally Kratos, but an injury forced him to step away from the role. Deadline reports Dave Bautista has closed his deal to play Kratos in Prime's Video's God of War, sealing the negotiation that opened in early August. He replaces Ryan Hurst, who tore his bicep performing a stunt in late June, roughly 4 months into filming. The injury required surgery, and per Variety, waiting out the recovery would have pushed the show's return all the way to 2027. Bautista wasn't a backup plan either. Amazon, MGM Studios, and Sony Pictures Television went straight to him once the decision to recast was made. Prep begins this month ahead of the mid-October production restart in Vancouver. Nothing from the original shoot survives. The real stunner of Deadline's report, none of the existing footage is expected to be used. That wipes out 4 months of production, including 4 episodes reportedly completed with Hurst. Frederick E. O'Toole, the Emmy Award winner behind the episodes of Shogun and the Boys and Fallout, directed the first 2 episodes and will now shoot them again with Bautista, the 2 seasons. Back-to-back productions plan remains intact. Hurst's injury is the official reason for the recast. There's no spinning how rough the exit is. A career role has gone from a torn bicep in a stunt. It's also impossible to ignore what a clean slate buys Amazon. The February 1st look at Hurst and Colin Vanson got hammered online. God of War created David Jaffe, friend to the front line, trashed the shot, and Hurst ended up defending the image on Instagram. And this is the shot in which he's talking about. Now, I totally agree. When it came to the shot, I was one of the individuals that said, I didn't think that Hurst embodied what Kratos looked like to me. I thought Kratos was a bigger in stature when it came to it. Now, Kratos' physique is going to be a point of contention here. And I want you guys to start to understand that David Bautista isn't the Bautista of old. He's not even the Drax of Guardian of the Galaxy. Now, this pick is practically popular. A fall restart leaves almost no runway to build Kratos' physique from nothing, and the former WWE champion is already there for bulking up for the new Highlander movie. The recast doesn't stop Kratos. The Atreus situation hasn't changed since earlier this month. Casting call spotted MP1 is seeking actors aged 14 to 17 for roles matching Atreus as third, and which lines up with the planned season 2 time to jump into Ragnarok era, not a firing. Deadline reports still cast Cullen Vision as Atreus, which tracks him finishing out the first season. Whatever the reason, the father and son pairing Amazon introduced in February won't be the one that finishes the story. I believe that everything happens for a reason. And I wish Ryan Hurst well. But let's get into David Bautista.
Well, this is not going to be good for me. Oh, Bautista falls!
The animal is unleashed. Bautista falls.
Batista's calling for it.
David Bautista has been the only person that has lobbied as hard as you possibly can for a role of playing Marcus Fenix inside New Line Cinema's Gears of War movie. I mean, his accolades stretch James Bond movies, WWE, Blade Runner, Marvel cinematic movies. This man accolades when it comes to action star is probably top 10. He is really good. And he also had a chance to play Marcus Fenix when it came to Gears of War as a skin in some lines that was inside the game, Gears of War 5. But he also lobbied for God of War early on. But the 2007 New Line Cinema film just couldn't get past go. Now, Netflix has a shot at it, and he retweeted his casting time in the suit, the Gears suit for Gears of War, where he played Marcus Fenix. I'm just going to say this. He did everything he possibly could. And for whatever reason, they didn't feel that he was right for the role. But I think as comic book fans, because one of you lucky members has a Gears of War comic book coming your way. And I'm so happy that you got a chance to get that. But as a video game fan and a comic book fan and a movie fan, Bautista just didn't land that role. But you know what role he landed? He landed the role of Kratos. An equally important character. A character myself I absolutely loved. I loved the David Jaffe God of War. 2018 really isn't my bag, but I gotta say that the character itself is an iconic character. Now, my only questions is going into this role that he's about to take with the Amazon Prime series. Is his physique up to snuff? Now, he was already doing Highlander and bulking up for Highlander, the movie. Maybe he's still on that trajectory of adding that muscle to his frame. And what I say is, I hope he does it justice, because Ryan Hurst ran into a ton of issues with the fan base, with everyone, based upon their perception of what Kratos is. I wish him well. As a gamer, I want to see more of this stuff happen. As a content creator, this is absolute gold. But as a lover of my genre, actually branching off into transmedia, multiple ecosystems that support our ecosystem is only a benefit to us. So I wish Bautista well, because I remember when he came out watching WWE, and I'm like, man, he's the next one up. And to see him cast as Drax, to see him in a James Bond film, that stuff actually, and to go on to be his own star in his own movies, like you saw the one with him and Jason Momoa, which was really cool. I honestly say, man, good luck, Godspeed, and I can't wait to see what you do in this role. Well, this is Xbox Frontline News with your boy, the King. I hope you liked everything that you saw here. We're going to get back to doing what I like to do best. I want you to go with Gamers Game and Winners Win. And I want you to try to play the Game Pass.
I found that you can win more when you surround yourself with more winners. I found that putting yourself in the environment of motivational, inspirational personnel, people that just want shit out of life, it's addictive. You get that. Like, that rubs off. So my surroundings changed. My ideas grew. My wants grew.